Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a little bit later than normal for me. I imagine it's the same time for you. Still got this never going away frog in our throats. My husband wanders around the house making noises. I wander around the house making noises. It's just like, okay, we're over this. I'm gonna put all my toffee labels and my cough drop labels in here, and my tea bag. I put one tea bag in the thing, right? Just so I don't lose them, because my desk is becoming quite the sight. Stay, paper. But all right, and we got sort of far yesterday. I got oh, here's my tea bag. Cute. I want to put something here, but I don't know what yet. Oh, you know what? Well, shoot. Our printer is acting up, and the only way I can get stuff to print is if I email it to my husband. And he is not here, and I don't know all his passwords, much to my dismay. So, I don't have... Oh, but you know what? I got a neat travel... I found... this. I was kind of trying to clean up my desk, and I found this. I can kind of like put something right here. It's not really travel, it's postage, but it's cool, and it'll take up space, and I can always put something over it, and that way I don't have a blank spot, you know, because not good with blank spots. Oh, we're feeding our neighbor's cat and getting his mail. He went to go visit some family for a few days, and I had that DOG with me because the husband is at one of his kids' houses working on something, much to my dismay. Okay, this is Burton on the Water, which is the little town where Jeremy Clarkson has his TV show. And we also have gotten to our hotel. And I printed out a few little snippets of the hotel. It was really, really beautiful. Very modern, but with the limestone base around it. And then it looked like weathered wood, like as if you were in Scandinavia someplace. It was really cool. The bottom floor all had little places where you could walk out. And I'm going to put, Ken got to see where Jeremy Clarkson's farm is, and I got him a hat from Diddley Squat Farms in Burton on the Water, which was a charming little town. Everything you would imagine the Cotswolds looked like. And here is in postcard form 4 different times. Burton on the Water. They just had these little tiny, like, bike paths over the little river that went through here. Not even a river, a little stream. But it used to be quite... It's not a canal, but I think they used to have, like, donkeys pulling carts up the water. They would be on the edge, and then the boat would have stuff on it, so they could carry more. But, I mean, it was just, and flowers, of course, everywhere. Anybody that has a little patch of dirt has flowers, which I love that about these places. It makes you want to go home and plant everything you can think of, but alas, we have these deer, which are eating us out of house and home right now, which is fine. I understand what they're going. I mean, I don't understand what they're going through, but I know what they're going through. So a lot of times I look for postcards like this that have all these different shots in them because I can cut them up. Oh, and here's a thatched cottage. Oh, it was just so idyllic. It was like a movie set. I mean, it really was. I think. But I got to save room for Blenheim Castle. And, oh, we also had our... Okay, I know what I'm going to do. We also had we had a class... Blenheim Castle is where Churchill was born. I think I'm going to have a tip in for Blenheim Castle. But now I'm not sure if Blenheim Castle was on Monday. Well, it doesn't bother me if I'm a day off. I don't want to be a day off in my actual journal, but on this, it doesn't bother me as much. Try to stay true to form. Welcome dinner. Sat next to Jim West, who owns Craft Tours. He was there with his own group, but he came and ate dinner with us. He was also on PBS years ago that he would go into a certain part of a country or the world and pick out a craft that they did and highlight it. And I knew his face from somewhere. I knew that name from somewhere. When he said that, I'm like, that's where I know you from, years ago on PBS. But he started this business in his grandmother's basement, like in the early 90s. So he's been doing it for quite a while. There were 3 couples, including Ron and Jenny, and then Jenny's assistant came with her, which that's her best friend, I think. There were 3 single ladies, 2 sets of sisters, and all of us representing Utah, California, Virginia, Arizona, Iowa, Missouri, South Carolina, and our guide Holly was from Florida. A tiny group, but so much easier to know everybody, and we all meshed fine. So interesting to see so many different personalities come together because of quilting. Really, because of the best person in the world named Jenny Joan. Can you tell I'm a fan of hers? She has every reason to not be friendly with other people because of her status in the quilting world. She has every reason to not share her talents with us. I mean, just her stories. But she talked a lot about her mother. Hello, Jenny, if you're watching, on this trip. And I know where she gets some of her mother was super ambitious, did all kinds of neat things. Her mother or her grandmother? I mean, just stuff that it's like, holy mackerel. Now I know where she gets her ambition, and she's passed it down to her kids, who are highly talented and highly ready to achieve anything. Oh, you know what? This is supposed to be Shakespeare. Oh, no, I did Shakespeare. Okay. This is for my journal. All right, I'm getting myself confused. Okay. All right, let's, when I get confused, I have to look at this again. All right, we did Shakespeare for the Hobonichi, which I'm going to do in light green. Where did that green pen go? Light green? I'll just use one of these. And then I'll use a different color to represent the journal. So, yeah, Blenheim, which in the middle of Blenheim was a stitchery class, and Burton on the Water, I believe. We're going to go with that. So that's what this is. And then Blenheim will be a fold-in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw some pictures in here and probably do Blenheim Castle tomorrow, because there's history and all that involved. And anyhow, so Jenny Doan has she could be a totally different kind of person, but she's not. She is very down to earth, and generous with her time, with her thoughts, with everything. All right, I'm going to cut out this Cotswolds. You know, this is quite simple and nothing fancy here, because it's me kind of doing my brain dump and getting out my thought processes. And I most likely will use these same things. I'm going to print them again for my journal. I will add other stuff, but that was where I can be a little bit more creative. Here, I just want to get the facts, just the facts down. And I'm doing that by doing a couple little pictures here. The hotel, the embroidery class that we did, which was really cool. She and I got some embroidery stuff last time I was there in March for my retreat. They're starting to branch out in a few different things, rightly so. And her grandmother had these beautiful little wildflower things that she embroidered on all kinds of different things. And Jenny has taken those patterns and manufactured them, the drawings, and manufactured them, and is now incorporating them into her life with quilting. And she's getting ready to go to Africa for 2 years on a mission trip with her husband. And she's making, hopefully none of her kids are watching. I know they're not. Her kids, she's making all of her kids quilts that incorporate these patterns of embroidery. So she was generous and brought with her a little kit for all of us with 2 different pieces of a pattern of embroidery. And I've done embroidery. My grandmother taught me when I was a little girl. My grandmother, my dad's mom, she would come and spend the winters with us as my grandfather passed away. Because she was in Ohio and it was cold. So she would come and stay with us in California for the winter. For the last, till she got really sick and couldn't do it anymore. And it gave my aunts a break from taking care of her. And she would teach us different things. I learned how to crochet from her. I learned how to embroider from her. No quilting from her. That came from me. But my grandmother also did it later in life. She did all of hers by hand. This is actually a postcard, so I'm going to put tape on the back of this one. What is barking at? My dog bite is getting better. I've been really babying it because it hurts still. And it's, we're watching it to make sure it doesn't get infected. I don't know what he's barking at. I don't see any deer. When my sister was here with him, she said there were deer every day, either in your yard or next door, or even on the other side of next door. I'm like, yep, in our backyard. She sent me a picture. She goes, there's a deer butt in your backyard. I'm like, yes. So anyhow, we had a great embroidery class, but that is when I started getting sick. Luckily, our bus driver stopped at a Tesco, which I had heard about from British YouTubers. And we got equivalent of everything we could find medicine-wise. We got cough drops, cough syrup, some kind of antihistamine, Kleenex, and Vicks. And I was telling everybody about my Vicks trick, and they all laughed at me, but they can laugh all they want. It works. But I just didn't bring medicine with us because I've gotten so cocky with using a mask and hand sanitizer, in gallons at a time on planes, and I haven't gotten sick, knock on wood. So I think I was just in, what am I trying to say? A compromised immune system because I had had food poisoning the week before. Or something that acted like food poisoning. Okay. I think I want to just add some washi tape here. But I need to do my cute little trick. Because I bought a ruler specifically for it at Muji. For 75 cents. Yes, I can do this with scissors. I know. And I don't always like it to be a perfectly straight edge either. This is a good travel size ruler, so I didn't waste my money. My 75 cents. But I think I just want to. And when we went past, we walked around Buckingham Palace. We didn't go in because you have to get tickets a year in advance. But we did walk around the front gate and down the mile and around the Victoria statue and all that kind of stuff. But I want to kind of do something right here. Of what can I do? Let's see. Oh, now it would be kind of fun to have her in here somewhere. Maybe like right there. I love this picture of her. She was really pretty when she was young. I think she became quite dowdy later, but she didn't ask me for beauty tips. Let's just say that. I don't think anybody would in their right mind. All right. Now, when I get to the page that I'm going to attach to this Blenheim Castle, I'll have another page over here. In fact, I can add paper to it right now. I wonder. All right, there's Buckingham. No, that's Parliament. I wonder who made this. Charlotte Trounce. I'm going to look her up because this is, you know you're artistic when you can make something extravagant look rudimentary. And it makes me think, oh, I could do that. I doubt if I can, but I'm going to try. But I wonder if they have, all right, there's Buckingham. Yeah, there's the Victoria statue. We walked over here and walked a little bit down the mile, or whatever you call it. Okay, the Tower of London. The Tate Modern. Oh, we did see Windsor Castle on the way in. I wonder if I could draw that. We did. We were close to Bath, but we didn't go to Bath. One couple thought they might go to Bath, and I would love to have seen Oxford also, but you can only do so much in the time we had. Oh, maybe I could draw Shakespeare. And then we get out of where we were. The Scottish Highlands. I just thought this was so cute. And it was only, well, UK $6.99. So now I can say I've been to this lower half of Ireland, and I've been to Birmingham, the Cotswolds, and to London. I would love to go up here, the Lake District. I would love to go to Scotland for my dad. But alas, there's only so many days on the calendar. All right, let's add a piece of paper. And we can add anything. In fact, actually, sitting right here is this, which is the middle section out of that little book that I got for free at the Tate. No, what museum? Victoria and Albert. It's not big enough. Well, it can be double-sided, so yeah, it is big enough. All right. Oh, fudge. I should have done this before I started gluing stuff down. Oh, don't do as I say. No, do as I say, don't do as I do. Everybody's liking the longer videos. I mean, they're no harder to make. I just think, who wants to listen to me rabble on about some of the same stuff over and over again? All right, I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap so it turns easy. And I'm using just packing tape because it's just easier when you don't plan in advance. You got to do what you got to do. And then I'm going to go grab my iPad and make sure I'm doing these things on the right day, even though it's not totally imperative. Oh dear. All right, we got to cut this a little bit. And this paper is thicker than Hobonichi paper, so it's going to do a little bit of funky stuff till it's trained. Yes, I do train my husband. So I think it was one of you. Which one of you was it? I know you're screaming at me. I don't remember which one of you said. I made a comment about training my husband. Yes, he's well trained. Oh, to get scraps of paper for me. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get my iPad and look at my schedule. All right, I've already messed up. Blenheim Castle was on the day of the embroidery class, and it was on Monday. So it was on this. So the embroidery class was this day, but so was Blenheim Castle, which I'm going to put on here. Okay, that's good. But I included Burton on the Water, and Burton on the Water is on Tuesday, I think. Yep, Tuesday. And Downton Abbey. Okay, so let me get this straight then. All right, Tuesday is Burton on the Water, which we could just do more talk about the Cotswolds. And Highclere. Okay, that's right. Then this needs to be Blenheim. both sides of this can be denim. Woo! My pictures. And so then, let's see. Some of Highclere. Now, okay, Burton on the Water, Downton Abbey. That's Tuesday. Yeah. Wednesday was a really slow day. Okay, this was the day we did our, okay, that's why I got screwed up. Okay, we did our felting. Ken and I walked around the lake, which was 1.5 miles. And then that was it. It was a really slow day. But about that time, the jet lag has caught up to you big time. And they kind of incorporate a day where you're kind of a leisure. A lot of people got, because this hotel had a spa and all felt facials and stuff, and a lot of people got massages and things. So it was kind of like, let's get going here. Then Kelmscott, which is William Morris, was on Thursday. Okay. And Friday was our trip into London. Yeah. And this was the only day it rained. And it was a light rain. Every other day it was like sunny in the morning and cloudy by in the afternoon. But it never rained. So Friday was London ride, which was two plus hours because of traffic. And Covent Gardens and the Ivy lunch for us. And then Saturday was but this is how I separated out my pictures on my iPad and kept track of everything. Okay, this was Friday. Yeah. Oh, the city tour was just fabulous. That was a busy day. Right into London. We left early. We had lunch at Coventry Gardens. I don't know which one it is. And then we did our London city tour. All the big sites in a mad rush. Great tour guide. She was fabulous. And then this day is the day we did Victoria and Albert and Liberty and Piccadilly Circus. Oh, I remembered the name of that. I was trying to think of yesterday. Now I forgot again. Liberty and Victoria and Albert. I could have stayed there much longer. What is the name of that area? I even thought of it in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, that's what it's called. Oh, maybe it's on here. No. What is it called? It's not Peabody. Oh, I saw crowns. They had jewelry from different reigns. Oh. The Manchester tiara, but it's all in glass, so you're getting like the next display over at times. Look at that. I mean, look at that. I swear, I think Princess Diana had worn that at times. Oh, that was gorgeous. Interesting. I think she wore that too. That's kind of what I'm needle pointing. Oh, the emeralds. Stunning. The floors. Quilt patterns. Anyhow, so now I have my day straight. And then this will help also while I am working on my journal, because this will be my reference a good bit. And that way I don't have to have brain issues, brain fog. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this tape here too. Right here. Okay, well, we're getting a sufficient amount of tip-ins in, because I like the texture and the interactive stuff. But now comes castles. Blenheim, Highclere, and then it wasn't a castle, but William Morris's house, which I really thoroughly enjoyed a whole lot more than I thought I would. Okay. Oh, and here's Halloween from last year. Halloween's going to be good if I can pull it off this year. I'm going to put this in here. October 24th. Just kind of keep in mind where I just came from. That's your only clue. A teaser. And I'm not planning. Because when I plan, I get very bored very fast. I'm brain dumping. And I'll catch up with you probably mid-September with some of my brain dump. But until then, I'm dumping. Which doesn't sound very ladylike. Okay. Oh, you know what? While I have this out here, I'm going to cover this up. Because then it doesn't come off. Kind of protects my goodies here. This one's already getting thick, but I mean, really and truly, we have nothing else planned for the rest of the year. Just getting back to the beach, which we're ready, because I'm ready. My sister said, because she stayed here while we were gone. She's like, you have piles of stuff. I'm like, I know, it's staging for the beach. Leave it alone. We tease her about her pile of stuff. Oh, Bon Jovi. As one does. With your brain dump of life, you put Bon Jovi in here. Ooh, I got a blank page. Oh, these are the first. Oh, this is when I had food poisoning. That was fun. That was real fun. In fact, we're going to put on here. Food. Poison. And just put yuck. I do have some pretty things I could put here. I think it actually... Do you know that park fire is still going? It is 49% contained. They're letting it purposely. They're controlling it a little bit more and letting it burn areas to kind of protect it for next year. But when I got home, I looked it up. And I'm like, it is still going. This thing has been floating on my desk for months. And you know what? It's getting ready to float right in here. Oh, I did. In my infinite wisdom of trying to work ahead a little bit. Not work ahead, but organize ahead. Look what I got. This was off of Amazon. William Morris scrapbook paper. I mean, this is not my style at all, but just seeing the area where he drew all these patterns and seeing birds that looked like that. The pigeons over there are huge, and magpies. Oh my goodness. And I mean, I actually love this one. It reminds me of the fabrics that these country ladies wear in these long dresses. I fell in love with those clothes. It just is actually very pretty. We used to have some wicker furniture in our bedroom that was left over from wife number one. That looked like the cushions on it looked like that, sort of. She may have been a William Morris fan. I don't know. choose anything that costs money, fan. But look at this, stickers. These are going in the journals. And neither one of these were like expensive on Amazon. They were like $6.99 or so. Don't know what that is. And there's not very many of them. Pomegranate Kids. This could also be for adults. Wallpaper Pattern Details by William Morris. English, 1834 to 1896. I was really, really taken by this. So I can put some of these in my... Obviously, I have enough for this and a journal. And I still have the actual sticker packs that I bought. I got one at a market. And I got one on Amazon before I left. I might put one of these in here too right now. Let's see here. Okay, not on these days. Let me make sure I go to the right days. These are really cutesy. Oh, I saw this building. I saw this building. I saw this. Oh, I like the little round thing. What is this? Oh, a cup of tea. I really did like their tea. Beats the taste of their coffee. Whew, their coffee is nasty. I saw these lions. What is this? I don't even know what this is. There's a motorcycle on our street. There's never motorcycles here. At the beach, yes. Not here. All right. I think we're finished putzing around here. Oh, I should have put the tea ones over here. Here's another tea thing. Shakespeare and his tea. How about that? Okay. All right, stop talking, lady. Walk away. Lordy. All right. It's been lovely. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. Are you waiting for your daddy to come home? He's helping somebody with their garage, okay? You just have to be patient, my love. Can you be patient? Gunner? Can you be patient? No.